very, very confused when I first saw this. So Tomb Raider tweeted this. Let's start here. Crystal Dynamics, and it said they've condemned the offensive depictions of people and cultures rooted in racial and ethnic prejudices. And here the statement is right here. The games in this collection, I believe this is referencing, you got this remaster and all this stuff that's happening right now. I don't know, Melanie Mac's been playing it. Contain offensive depictions of people and cultures rooted in racial and ethnic prejudices. These stereotypes are deeply harmful, inexcusable, and do not align with our values at Crystal Dynamics. Rather than removing this content, we have chosen to present it here in its original form, unaltered, in hopes that we may acknowledge its harmful impact and learn from. I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. For you guys like myself, PlayStation was the second console that I owned. The first console I owned was the Sega Genesis. Tomb Raider was one of the first games that I had for the PlayStation. I remember playing all of those. And this is a weird statement all around, because you have Compulsion Games here saying this and echoing on a sentiment. Many video games are a product of the times they were created in. As we look to recreate and remaster these stories for modern audiences, bores me to death. Sorry about that, y'all. They continue on. It's important to consider the implications of these harmful portrayals. Like, they talking like Tomb Raider was like that edgy, and it really wasn't, man, in retrospect. Harmful portrayals and do our part to rewrite new history. Well, you can't do that. You can try. Not repeat it. We applaud our peers at Crystal Dynamics for their reflections and corrections. So apparently, and this wasn't that long ago, but apparently there was something just so offensive. What are they going to say next? Crash Bandicoot was culturally insensitive. See, this is the problem with gaming right now, the modern gaming, the AAA gaming. And this is also why I say, guys, get over it. This is the world we live in now. And when I say get over it, I mean like adjust, adapt. You don't have to accept this shit. But this is where the whole physical media aspect, I know a lot of y'all are more fans of remasters and remakes than I am. Never been a fan. Those are not my things. But original media and having that is going to be very, very important going forward. It's not just with video games, it's with movies and everything else. And it isn't just about servers, right? Or them like you not really owning it. That's part of it. Absolutely, that's part of it. You don't really technically own it with these digital copies and all that. The server goes off and next thing you know, bam, or they're wiped. It's no longer available in the store, so therefore you can't access it, whatever it may be. But the other part that I think a lot of people lose sight of when you look at this whole original physical media aspect is the censorship. There's going to be a lot of self-censorship of old material that is out there, mainly because, again, look who controls these properties now. These properties are controlled by a bunch of Sweet Baby Inc. influenced weirdos, and they prioritize finding things to be offended at. And then feeling like there's a problem just so they can virtue signal and say, hey, look at how good we are. Now we are culturally sensitive and we are doing these cheap things, these cheap actions that we have put forth that show us how great we are, show you guys how great we are. Because they're talking about it like this is just insane. It's like, who what is Tomb Raider, bro? What are y'all going on about? This is the future. This is the world we live in now, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios. Next up, possibly our most anticipated book thus far, Yaira.